Hello, my name is Kyle Seti, and I want to show you how easy it is to get into game design these days with free tools like GDevelop. So, I recently graduated with my bachelor's from a school called University of Advancing Technology, UAT. It's in Tempe, which is in Phoenix, Arizona. And yeah, graduated with my bachelor's degree in game design, and I'm working on a master's degree there. And it's a really cool place to learn. So I want to show you what I learned, which is that if you want to learn about game design, it couldn't be easier to get started these days. So let's pull up our Google Chrome, and you just search GDevelop. That's the tool we're going to use today. It's really cool. It's this free to use engine that you can even use inside your browser. So GDevelop 5 is the latest version. We're just going to go right to their website. So yeah, like I said, there's lots of platforms it's made for. You can use it on a desktop or even on a phone or a tablet. But the best way that I think is just to try it right inside the browser. So you can click use the web app and we can launch. We haven't even logged in or anything. And right there, this is the game engine. We can create and start projects right away. You don't need to know anything about coding. You don't need to have any experience at all. You don't need to download anything. You don't have to have a fancy gaming computer. This website will teach you how to do all of it from scratch. It's so cool. You can get started with these tutorials right here on the front page, and it will teach you how to make all kinds of different games from scratch using the tools that are right in this engine. So I'm going to show you this first tutorial, which will just take a minute or two to build your first platformer game. It's really cool. All you have to do is click Let's Go, and we're off. So it has us started here with like a kind of a pre-made scene. There's all sorts of artwork already made, and there's some characters already in here. But the game isn't finished yet. So let's take a look at how it works right now. If we just click preview, we can just try playing the game right away. So there we are, there's our character. And if we try to move, we can see our knight is floating in the air. And if we try to move, he doesn't really do anything except flip back and forth. The artwork is flipping like left and right, but it's not moving anywhere. Why is that? It's because it's missing behaviors. So if we close this, hit next. Yeah, so this knight's hitbox, which is what controls the knight character, it's missing a behavior. What's a behavior? Well, in GDevelop, a behavior is kind of like a piece of logic that's already written in the code, so you don't have to write it yourself. So we can see our character already has the screen wrap behavior, which just means when he reaches the edge of the screen, he's going to come back on the other side and keep going infinitely. But we can just click add behavior here, and they've already got a whole bunch of code written for you. For example, platformer character is an option right here. Jump and run on platforms. That's what we want. So let's click that, and it's added a whole bunch of options for us. We don't really have to mess. Most of the default settings are fine, but it does want us to adjust the jump speed to make him jump a little bit higher. It's really fun if you want to get into the nitty gritty and mess around with the gravity, the falling speed, all kinds of stuff is here you can play with later. But for now, leaving it all default is fine. We just click apply. And now, hopefully, our knight character should be able to move around. Except, uh-oh, what's happening now? What are we missing? The ground doesn't know it's the ground. It's just a piece of art right now. We haven't told it that it needs to be a platformer ground piece. So again, it's missing that behavior. If we go back to our tiles, that's what the platforms are. We can double click on it. We can go to the behaviors and we can add a behavior. Platform object is right there at the top. That's what we're looking for. Flag objects is being platforms which characters can run on. Awesome. Let's just try that. Everything's default. Click apply. And how does our game look now? Awesome, he landed. Okay, I can move back and forth. I can even jump with the arrow keys. Awesome. So if we jump, we can make it to the top. Great. And this is the screen wrap. If you reach the edge of the screen, you go back to the other side. And that way we can jump all the way up here and grab the key. Woohoo! Now what do we do with the key? We need to go back to the door and unlock it. Okay, awesome. We just run back down. And now the game works. We added all that code and made the game playable just by clicking a few buttons. It's really fun and easy to dig into all the different options here. And if you just follow these tutorials, it'll teach you all about the different kinds of games you can make with GDevelop. It's so cool. I've made a bunch of my own games. I made them for class projects, and I'm even working on more. And in fact, I'm gonna go work on one right now. So thanks for watching. I hope you learned something. See you later.